Namaste. You are listening to Manav Parichay, Introduction to Humanity. In the last episode, we saw Firdausa's idea receive legal support and mountains of sorrow crush Nasir. Today, Nasir is left alone after the burial of his Abba. His grief-stricken Ammi staring into the void, and her decisive question, which shook Nasir to the core, why are we receiving this reward for 5 daily prayers? Definition of Ibadat, worship. Ammi told her son that appearing to worship God is not Ibadat, rather, fulfilling the duties of humanity is Ibadat. Flood of regret. After learning this philosophical truth, Nasir regrets the karuna, tragic, scenes of his life. His ritualistic worship led him away from humanity. Today Nasir has been brought to court again for the crime he committed in attempting to kill Firdausa's unborn child. But before entering the dock, he is fed sweets. There is a celebration in court. Judge Harish Chand's exceptionally talented son has been born. The same innocent child Nasir tried to kill on his birthday. What will Judge Harish Chandra, who is now also the child's father, decide? Will he seek revenge or deliver justice? You will hear Harish Chandra Ji's miraculous decision that stunned Nasir. The judge gave him a short sentence and ordered it to run concurrently with his previous sentence, meaning Nasir would be released on time. An unprecedented scene in court. Nasir knelt and wept, touching his head to the ground. Judge Sahab, I considered you a kafir, but you are a better Muslim than any Muslim. This was not the justice of the judge, but the justice of humanity. Meanwhile, Harish Chand, happy with the arrival of his son, tells Firdaus how his decision has torn off the blindfold of fanaticism from Nasir. What name did Firdaus give her brilliant son? Abhimanyu, who came with good values and knowledge even from the womb. Listen to the downfall of Nasir, who is freed from hatred and finds the path of true ibadat, and the victory of love, justice, and the philosophy of life, in this decisive episode of Manav Parichay. You will hear the justice of humanity and the advent of Abhimanyu. Nasir was taken to his home before being brought back to the lockup after his Abba's burial. Seeing Ammi's expressionless eyes, he became extremely distressed. Consoling her, he hugged Ammi. Ignoring him, Ammi stared into the sky and said,
2 days before dying, your Abba kept saying that if my son were with me, I would have the desire to live for 20 more years.
Hearing this, his tears burst forth.
Ammi, still staring into the void, said, your Abba was strange. He wanted to live 20 more years with you, who did not care for him. And he cruelly left me, who cared for him and was with him, alone.
Nasir now feels himself sinking into the earth out of remorse. He wonders why Ammi is staring into the void instead of crying. He then asked,
Why are we getting this reward for 5 daily prayers, Ammi?
Ammi answered in a dry voice, you don't even know the meaning of Ibadat, my son. The meaning of Ibadat is not that you become free to do whatever you want while performing worship. If you don't even visibly worship but do your work with the welfare of all in mind, then that itself becomes Ibadat. Appearing to be giving to Allah is not our Ibadat. Rather, fulfilling the duties of humanity that Allah tells us to do is Ibadat.
As soon as Ammi finished speaking, the accompanying policeman asked Nasir to leave. Weeping, he walked with him. At this time, it is extremely necessary for Ammi, who is left alone after Abba's passing, to have his company. While divorcing Firdaus and later attacking her, Nasir never thought that time would ever show him this form of life. In the police van, resting his elbows on his knees, holding his head in both hands, Nasir was remembering these lines of a song. Sab kuch luta ke hosh mein aaye to kya kiya? If you came to your senses after losing everything, what did you achieve? Then he felt as if he was standing in a deserted place. Before him were clouds of dust flying, left behind after a caravan passed. In the prison now, his days turned from thoughts of jealousy to self-reflection. He thought, if only Ammi had told him this simple definition of Ibadat before, then this tragic scene would not have occurred in his life. Amma would not be helpless there, he would not be in prison here, and Abba would not have set out on the journey to heaven with the remaining wish of living 20 more years unfulfilled. Thus, his regrets continued. Intermittently, he would be taken to court for the case of the attack on Firdaus. Today is the date set by the judge for the verdict. When he was brought to the court, he found people eating and distributing sweets. A box of milk cake was offered to him too to take a piece. Then, sensing his questioning gaze, the person offering the sweet told him,
Last night, Judge Harishchandra Ji's son was born from the womb of his lawyer wife, Firdaus. This sweet is being distributed on that occasion.
Nasir initially looked confused, but ultimately he picked up not one but 2 pieces of milk cake. If he were the person he was before, his mind would have been to spit on this sweet. Whereas now he started eating this sweet, savoring the taste. He himself felt that he was now changing. While eating the sweet, he was joining in the happiness of Harishchandra and Firdaus, even though today Judge Harishchandra is expected to give him a harsh sentence in the case of the attack on Firdaus. When he was brought into the dock for his case, his eyes were lowered and satisfaction was visible on his face. Then Harishchandra Ji began to read his written verdict.
Having heard the arguments of both sides and taking into consideration the evidence presented, this court concludes that the accused is proven guilty, but the prosecution could not prove the point mentioned in the charge sheet that the attack on the victim Firdaus was done with the intention of murdering her unborn child. Therefore, keeping in mind that the injury sustained by Firdaus was not severe, this court sentences the convicted Nasir to 6 months of imprisonment. The court also orders that this sentence against Nasir will run concurrently with his ongoing previous sentence.
When Nasir was apprehending that since the judge himself is the husband of the victim Firdaus, he, Harishchandra, would sentence him to at least 4 years of imprisonment for this crime. In this situation, hearing the judge's decision, Nasir was stunned. When he came back to his senses, he began to think that the child whom he wanted to kill while in the womb had performed a miracle in Nasir's view, simply by being born. The judge not only gave him a short sentence but also ordered it to run concurrently with his previous sentence. This means that the sentence he received in this case would end 15 days before his previous sentence ends. This means that he will be able to be released from jail on the predetermined date according to the sentence he is currently serving. Thinking this, he became emotional and began to cry. He sat down in the dock itself, resting his head on the ground towards the judge, and even though his throat was choked, his voice was clearly audible.
He was saying, Judge Sahab, I considered you a kafir, but you are a better Muslim than any Muslim. The person whom Islam calls human, you are the living embodiment of that humanity. Shame on me, who has been living under the influence of pseudonymous Muslims until now.
Then the policeman took him, Nasir, away from the dock to take him to jail. Nasir, like a madman, left the court, joining his handcuffed hands and repeatedly looking towards Judge Harishchandra. That evening Harishchandra Ji went directly from the court to the hospital and discharged Firdaus, as it was a normal delivery, along with their newborn son. He helped Firdaus sit in the car. Firdaus sensed that Harishchandra Ji was extremely happy. When the car started moving, Firdaus said, You look extremely happy today with the arrival of our son.
Harishchandra said, Yes, today is special because of this, but there is one more reason that has doubled my happiness.
Then Firdaus asked curiously, What is that? Tell me too. Upon this, Harishchandra told Firdaus the entire court incident right there in the car. Finally, he also added,
Today I have once again succeeded in strengthening the sense of justice with my decision. Nasir will certainly now remove the blindfold of illogical fanaticism that was covering his eyes. He will now be able to see the world and life with a clear vision.
Hearing this, Firdaus began to think, this person is truly Harishchandra, just like his name suggests. He is a completely opposite kind of human from my former husband Nasir, who harbors no prejudice against anyone. Just then their newborn son started crying in his sleep. Harishchandra Ji took him from Firdaus's lap with great affection and care. When he quieted down, looking lovingly at his tiny face, Harishchandra Ji asked,
Firdaus, what name would you like to give him?
Firdaus smiled and said, I have read the entire Mahabharata during my pregnancy. We both will name this son of ours, Abhimanyu. Harishchandra Ji then lovingly patted Firdaus's cheeks. Meanwhile, at this very moment in the prison cell, Nasir is in a dilemma as to why, despite him having stopped the 5 daily prayers for the last few months, something so good has surprisingly happened to him. Then he felt as if his Ammi was standing in front of him and saying,
Son, even if you don't visibly worship, but if you do your work keeping the welfare of all in mind, then that itself becomes ibadat.
Now listen to the review, critique, and guidance written by Gemini on this episode of Manav Parichay. Subtitle: The Justice of Humanity and the Advent of Abhimanyu. This episode successfully completes the emotional and philosophical arc of the story. It shows that true justice lies not merely in punishment, but in the reformation of the offender's heart. 1. Nasir's remorse and enlightenment. Nasir's decline begins at his home, where his Ammi's philosophical dialogue teaches him the true meaning of ibadat. Action itself is worship. This idea begins to break down Nasir's fanaticism. In court, eating the sweet celebrating Firdausa's baby's birth is symbolic of Nasir's mental change. He is now free from revenge and is participating in human happiness. Judge Harishchand's generous decision, reducing the sentence and making it run concurrently, is miraculous for Nasir. This is the triumph of human justice. Nasir's gratitude and acceptance of Harishchandra as a better Muslim establishes the core message of the story: true humanity is beyond the boundaries of religion. 2. The magnanimity of Harishchandra and the arrival of Abhimanyu. Judge Harishchandra's verdict demonstrates his moral superiority. He attempts to win Nasir not through punishment, but through compassion. His happiness is twofold: the birth of his son and Nasir's change of heart. This shows that true justice is the greatest satisfaction in Harishchandra's life. Naming the son, Abhimanyu, is a symbol of Firdausa and Harishchandra's strong bond and their high expectations for their child's future. The idea of acquiring values during the gestation period, which Harishchandra mentioned earlier, is now realized through the naming of the child. 3. Conclusion: the final lesson of ibadat. The episode ends with Nasir's dilemma and the echoing voice of his Ammi. It suggests that Nasir has finally attained the knowledge he was searching for. The story concludes with the message that the duties of humanity are above any ritual or religious dogma. Conclusion: this episode brings all the emotional and philosophical threads to a satisfying conclusion. Episode 9 ends.